Do you guys believe that there is a direct link between the black community and the murder rate in there? Like, do you believe it is the black community's fault, or do you believe it's the police's fault for not helping them? Say about that.
I say, watch J. Cole music videos, because some of them actually do like have what you just said, kind of.
What's that?
Like, I don't know, police brutality or
Well,
like, I don't know, stuff like that.
we understand that there's going to be some police brutality. Of course, there's going to be some bad officers out there. Okay, we all agree that there's going to be some officers out there who overstep their bounds. Whether you are white, whether you are black, no matter who you are. Okay, they overstep their bounds. So after we get that stepped out of the way, do you think some of those people who are in project areas kind of like Chicago where the murder rate is extremely high and the police officers are afraid for their life because people do walk up to them and shoot them in the side of the head? So do you think that could have some effect to a person's decision making?
You're hacking. No, I don't blame the police, to be honest, when it comes to things like that. Yeah, like, honestly,
Yes,
I
vegan.
don't really blame the police when it comes to neighborhoods and stuff like that. Like, cause I mean, like, I grew up in a worse neighborhood before when I was little. So there were like, most of the people that like the colored people in there were bad, and every single time a police officer would walk into the area, he'd automatically be in danger because he would be starting to get targeted by all the gang members and all that. So I don't really blame the.
Okay, I think that it mostly actually has to do with income. I believe what's happening in Chicago is in the areas where we have extremely low income, we also have lower quality of life. See, income is very proportionate to quality of life, and the lower the quality of life, we also know the higher chance there is for people who have a low quality of life to commit crime. I don't necessarily think that it's an issue with black people specifically. I think the issue is black people making less money for, you know, whatever reason. I mean, that's a completely different topic. On average, black people making less money, and thus their quality of life being lower.
I definitely know that a lot of, you know, the misfortunate, like, black people, not only in the United States, but in other, like, first world countries specifically, have these issues because, of course, it's the situations that happened in the past, but a lot of the contribution is actually, you know, the stereotyping and the people who, and it's a sort of stereotyping where you basically have to adopt a stereotype, or else you're not seen as a black person, you're not seen as family. It's really wrong. And personally, I actually have issues with that because people are like, wow, you act like such a white black.
Okay. So we're gonna let Nino finish, and then Nitro, and then Vegan. Okay?
Okay, I just want to start off by saying I totally agree with you, Nitro, that there's kind of a standard for low-income black people to dress a certain way, and also, I mean, I'm not just gonna say low income. I mean, you know, this is actually, it started in low income, but now it's becoming more prevalent in, you know, all brackets of income for black people. That they're expected to talk with slang, they're expected to dress in hip-hop fashion, and they're also expected sometimes even to, you know, engage in violence or engage in aggression. You know, that they're told that, you know, okay, well, if someone calls you something, you have to use physical violence to show them that you're the better man. It really is.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, so what else did I want to say? Well, remind me of what we were, or what I was talking about originally, because I just kind of went off on a tangent there.
You're talking about the expectations of society for black people.
Oh, right, lower income. Okay, so with lower income brackets, we have a lower quality of life, and that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Is lower quality of life equals higher crime rate, and also higher crime rate goes into a snowball effect. You see, what's happening is on these, low income blocks in Chicago. Am I disconnected?
No, you're fine.
Nope.
Now we're here.
Okay, yeah, my bad. My screen just froze for a sec. But yeah, I think that with these low-income neighborhoods in Chicago, what's happening is there's drive-by shootings, murders, and whatnot, and it goes in a snowball effect. You see, someone's best friend gets killed, and they know who did it. Obviously, they're gonna want out and go, or they're gonna want to go out. And they're gonna want to kill the guy who killed their best friend, and that goes in a snowball effect of this almost this war in between rival gangs or friend circles or whatever.
Yeah,
it's not
very good.
always about drugs. It's not always about gang affiliation. Sometimes it's personal grudges because they know who killed their friend, and it goes in a snowball effect, like I said.
Okay. All right, Nitro, you're the next one, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, finish your thought.
I definitely agree with you there. Also, along with that low income tax, I really strongly believe that the expected standards is what's really dragging, any culture down. Like, for black people, it's a lot of the time you have to listen to hip hop, you have to speak in a certain slang, you have to act in a certain way in order to be respected by your peers who so happen to be like the same color, the same culture as you. So when that happens, it really causes people to lose their sense of individualism, and it's not for the best, because a lot of the time that hip-hop stuff most definitely today has been advocating for violence and crime.
All right. Well, hopefully Vegan will step up and start talking, but if not,
That moment where you just lose ammo.
okay, Vegan, what do you want to add to that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have anything to add to it. I think they've really properly represented my opinion, mostly. I think I agree largely with you now.
Okay, very nice. I like that.
We talk about the prison system and
Okay.
violent versus non-violent criminals, treatment of criminals, etc., etc.
Okay, yeah, I choose that. That's a lot better of a topic. All right, Nino, since you started it, why don't you open the floor?
Okay, so basically what I wanted to kind of talk about is the treatment of violent versus non-violent criminals. See, if a guy gets locked up for 10 years for fraud, then he's going to be locked up with, strong, for number one, very, very strong, usually big, murderers, rapists, muggers, etc., and these people are rapists in prison. It's no secret that, in men's prisons, there's a lot of sexual crime that goes on. So my question is, why should someone who commits fraud be in for 10 years where he's going to be raped, beaten, and emotionally and mentally broken because he might have made a mistake that he may never make again in his life? Why does that have to happen, and how do we fix that?
Okay, does anybody have a retort to him, an answer, or do you believe that he is incorrect?
I don't have a lot of experience personally with the prison system, and I haven't actually been in prison or anything like that, but like people I've talked to, imagine keep me.
Okay, Vegan?
Yeah, it's just, like, the prison system in the United States is just absolutely horrible, like, just all around, very poorly executed. There's lots of abuse in prisons. They really encourage people to commit more crimes. I'm about to die, actually. Fuck.
Keep talking. You're good.
But yeah, like, just all around. Being...
Dude, fucking hell.
Alright, 1 second, Vegan. I'm sorry. Once people start quieting up. Okay, Vegan, go on.
Like, I think if you go to prison in the United States, it basically fucks your life over permanently. Like, from personal experiences, I know that, like, from people I've talked to, that it encourages so much more violence. Like, once you go to prison, there's so many gangs there, and like the whole idea is you get buffed and you kind of just enter this sort of prison life. I definitely think a terrible. It's not really rehabilitative and more punishing. Prisons, like they don't really focus on like trying to make people more better parts of like society, but rather just focusing on punishing them severely and making them as poor as possible.
All right, really quickly, Nitro, would you like to add anything?
Nothing, no more new content. Like, I definitely agree with, you know, the system being flawed.
Okay, now let's get into the idea, and Nitro, I'll let you open the floor, and then we'll go with Vegan, and then Nino last. How would we fix this? Oh, since he's dead, I'm gonna get myself killed. But think about it. How can we fix this system, and what could we do to, you know, make the system not as broken, I should say. And, alright. Nitro?
I think the sort of... I don't know how this would be on expenses, but I think there should be more of a focus on who did what when it comes to crime, and separating the worst from the best of the worst, you know? That's kind of the most simplest answer I could give, but definitely there should be some separation.
Alright, anybody who wants to keep this talk going, stay on the CT side, and we'll keep talking, okay guys?